You are listening to the Novel Writing Podcast, episode 205. I'm your host, Colleen Mitchell. Grab a cup, cozy up, and let's get to writing. Today is the last of a short series on the different types of editing. Part 1 was on developmental editors, episode 202, and Part 2 was on copy editing or line editing in episode 203. Part 3 today is an overview of what proofreaders do. Proofreading is the phase where eyeballs that are not yours scour the manuscript for all of the typos and mistakes that made it through copy edits and your last review of the manuscript. If readers notice anything, it's missed typos. And unfortunately, it's rare to find a first edition without any typos, meaning even proofreaders can miss things. If that's the case, then what's the point of hiring a proofreader at all, if you're basically guaranteed to have mistakes in the first edition, whether you're self-published or not? Well, the fewer mistakes you have, the better your reviews will be. Reviewers are not kind to books riddled with typos. They are much kinder to books with one or two. What do proofreaders do? They catch typos, spelling errors, and punctuation mistakes. That could mean an incorrect ellipse, a hanging quotation mark, a slightly misspelled word that is still a real word, just not the word you meant, incorrect capitalization, missed words that affect sentence structure, and if you're wondering, these are all things that my proofreaders have caught, and things that readers have caught after publication. If your proofreader proofs the formatted book, in PDF usually, they will also make sure that your italics, bold, or symbols display correctly. They'll flag or fix any formatting issues. They'll check consistency in your page headers, footers, and page numbers, and make sure that the titling for your chapters and the numbering for those chapters match the table of contents. However, for those in particular, if you're using a formatting tool like Atticus or Vellum, then those should be non-issues. As you can tell, the list of things the proofreaders do sounds short, but it really can make the difference between a work that appears polished and reader-ready versus a work that is not. So what do proofreaders not do? Again, this list is pretty much the list of things that dev editors and copy editors are responsible for. Proofreaders should not be rewriting your sentences, restructuring your plot, touching your character arcs, or anything related to pace, voice, or flow. Any grammar fixes beyond surface level corrections are also no-goes. Most importantly though, proofreaders don't guarantee that the work is error-free. That's basically impossible. That being said, the manuscript you provide your proofreader should be the version you would be willing to publish if not for this last stage of proofreading. That's how clean it needs to be. You're not handing your proofreader a messy draft or anything that you haven't already gone through with a fine-toothed comb. Do you need a proofreader? Again, like I mentioned in the copy editing episode, proofreading is basically the last line of defense against errors that your readers will notice. That author friend who doesn't do dev edits does do copy and proof because she has a reputation to uphold with releasing polished books. Can you do this yourself? Yeah, technically you can, but the best way to do it is to put your book away for a few months so that your brain forgets most of it. That way, when you pull it out for a proofread and read it through as though reading it for the first time, your brain doesn't fill in the gaps of what you expect or jump over the typos. If you're going to do proofreading yourself or have a friend or family member do it for you for free, just expect that you will have more errors slip through than you would if you paid a professional. Not even AI tools like Grammarly or ProWritingAid will catch everything, and in many cases, those tools will tell you to make a change that is not correct anyway. My first book, Mark of Stars, went through my mom for proofreading. She caught a lot of things, but not everything. And after the book was published, and in my aunt's hands, my aunt, who is my mom's sister, kindly sent me a very long text with all of the things she had picked up that both my mom and I had missed. I got what I paid for, which means I now include proofreading as part of my publishing process. My process is a dev edit, or multiple rounds of alpha readers, and then beta readers, and then copy edits, and then proofreading. In between each stage, I'm rewriting or self-editing or using the Microsoft Word read aloud function to hear the errors before they make it into formatting. Again, there's no way to guarantee an error-free book, especially a first edition, but if you're self-publishing, you can very easily update your files if readers find something that made it past the gauntlet of editorial eyeballs. That wraps up this short series on the different types of editing. I hope it was helpful and that you are more confident in deciding which editors to use and which you might be able to skip. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for joining me, and remember, the first draft is supposed to be garbage. The Novel Writing Podcast is a production of Colleen Mitchell Writes. For more writing resources, including Curios, Tally Inc. author services, and the 60-day novel writing challenge, check out the links in the description.